Hello, and welcome back to Senior and Living Today. Today's subject is going to cover something that I would say is health related and safety related. I don't know if you're all aware of the current events where the thermostats were frozen for customers in Colorado. 22,000 customers were unable to use or adjust their thermostats on their smart devices. So they went to adjust the air conditioner because they are having warm temperatures there, and they were unable to. When they contacted their utility subscriber, they were told that they had opted into a program, a rewards program that would save them $25 to $100 a year. And so that was the penalty, I guess, for opting in, was that you were at the mercy of the power company and they could freeze your thermostat so you were unable to adjust it whenever they deemed it an emergency. Now, the question would be, an emergency for who? What kind of emergency? Who determines what is an emergency? And what all factors were considered. What were they looking at? Was there a warning? I know that myself, I received a letter in the mail from my utility provider, and this is a very short one. I got one that was 3 pages long months ago, and I kind of ignored it. It was saying it was going to, I can enroll into a program that would be cheaper, save money, yada, yada. And I disregarded it. I'm not enrolling. I thought, oh, those things, there's always a catch. So a couple months later, I got another letter in the mail, and that one I glanced at it a little harder, and it said you will automatically be opted in. Really? So you have to deliberately opt out, even though you already have a utility provider that you've already signed up for. They automatically were going to move me over if I didn't call and say, do not move me over. So I called and said, do not move me over. And the opposite company, I guess, got the message, and they sent me a letter saying, we tried to switch you over, but all your information wasn't there. Well, it's because I had it removed. But what a dirty thing to do, in my opinion. Let me just say that before they boot me off of here. I think that's a dirty thing to do. I think if you call the power company, you have your utility set up, they should not automatically move you anywhere. So I think I felt like they were kind of expecting you not to catch that they were going to automatically enroll you, and they were just going to opt you in. And I think that's dirty. Anyway, so I was able to opt out of the program that they were going to try to put me up with. But these people in Colorado, they opted in. It sounded good. They opted in, and then the utility provider deemed it an emergency, and so they froze their thermostats for a 12-hour period from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, which is a long time to be uncomfortable. People were going out and sitting in their cars and turning on the air conditioner, trying to cool off. And again, that an emergency for who? Because being overheated can cause an emergency for seniors. Lots of seniors are on medications that make it difficult for their bodies to adjust to temperature change. And it makes it, sometimes they don't sweat the same, which is why they have, higher incidences of heat stroke and medical heat related problems, because they can't control it as easy as younger people or maybe unmedicated people. So my first thought is I've done a little research and you can get a unsmart thermostat for between 30 to $50. So if you want to remove this smart one, I don't know how long they'll, let you do that because, everything is always changing. But right now you can have an unsmart thermostat and people cannot take control of it just without your permission. You will have complete control over your thermostat. So those range, you can get those at a hardware store, and those um, are under $50. So that is one recommendation to save yourself if you're worried about this happening to you. The next thing is when you get a letter from a provider, read the fine print. I know we always say that, and I know it's almost always impossible because they either send it in an email that's 12 pages long, and if you do read it all, do you understand it all? That's number one. And I mean, did we read every word for the disclaimer for Facebook and read every word for the disclaimer for LinkedIn and Twitter and all those things? It's pages and pages of mumble jumble. So all I can say is do the best you can in reviewing documents that come that suggest something that might be better because it might not be better. Read as much of the fine print as you are able to do. If you are a younger person, remember that older people that are on medications may have a harder time adjusting their body temperatures due to the medications or the ailments they have, as well as babies. Putting them in at extreme temperatures can be risky and cause complications. So be aware that what might be okay and almost tolerable for someone 30 may not be tolerable for someone 3 months old or 70 years old. So keep that in mind. I don't think that these utility providers keep in mind that they're dealing with people of every age and in every situation. Imagine if you had a grandmother that was in a care facility. There's tons of residential care facilities that, it's a house that has five or six um, elderly people that live there in a housing situation. Imagine them for 12 hours not having air conditioner in 90 some degree weather. I think if the utility providers were having a family member sitting in that situation, they'd think twice about freezing the thermostat because they think it's an emergency. But was there? That's something to think about. So, I imagine a lot of people are trying to unenroll from the program now, and I imagine that the program is going to make it very difficult for these people to opt out now. Opting in, opting out, I'm sure the struggle is real. So be patient, be prepared to be put on hold, be prepared to be given instructions that you have to write a letter here or send an email there. And I'm sure they're not going to make it easy, but it's definitely something I'm sure uh, people are considering. The last thing I want to say is what can you do if you're in that situation? You have a smart home, you have a smart thermostat, you don't have the ability to control your thermostat. Um, for winter coming up, you need to be aware in case they say, it's not cold enough for you to have heat today. Make sure you are preparing for that. You have your wool blankets and things that can keep you warm if you do not have control of your thermostat. For summer, because some of us are still having warm weather for September and October, I would recommend if you have a window air conditioning that you could like store in your garage or somewhere, and then if they control your air, you can close off one room, put the air conditioner in that window and cool off one room, and that would not be connected to your smart thermostat. So air conditioners, box fans, cool drinks, darker shades for your windows, and I really recommend a battery operated fan, just in case they also turn off your power. There are battery operated fans. I have one myself, and I will show it to you. This fan here, these legs come down, so this will stand all the way on the floor and reach up to me. This battery operated fan um, has a UV cord with it. So I just plug it into my computer, my laptop, my phone charger, and it charges. And then I have it sit on my desk all day while I'm at work. And then I plug it in when I get off work and it's ready to go the next day. This thing, it has really good, I think, good airflow. It's affordable. It was under $30. Everyone could have their own if you're in a family situation and you are faced with having your power frozen. So, just wanted to make you aware of that so you can make some plans because you just never know when your power is going to go out or when the energy company is going to say you don't need any. So, I hope that you have found that informative. Share the information. I hope you like this video. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any other ideas besides the battery operated fan, the air conditioner, and the box fans, please let us know because I'm sure that a great deal of us, this is something that we're going to experience. So if you need to contact me, my email information is below in the comments. The website with some helpful documents for seniors and those who care for them are on the website. So tell everyone you know, and thank you for joining me today on Senior and Living Today.